guys, welcome back with another stream. Sorry if I'm talking a little quiet because since my dad's still asleep, I have to talk a little quiet. I got a little early to leave the people event
impressive moments. I mean, you mentioned
in
about how
Fortnite.
the young people, they're so
Yeah,
organized.
my mother's day is
I think
going,
about the
it's a little
progression
late
from
for me,
St.
it's
Ferguson and now, and it's
9:06.
been
But I
pretty
got here
outstanding
at
when you think about it.
8:05.
What has impressed you the most about what you're seeing right now?
I've been watching for a couple of minutes, so we have Killer Mike, and then
in '92 we
oh,
rioted in
she
Atlanta.
disappeared.
There were
Yeah,
riots in
so
other cities.
I already
There were
added
riots in
this
Los
dude
Angeles. But there was such
by
a
accident,
stronghold
so
on information.
might
Local
have to play
news
some
wouldn't let what other
duos
cities
with him after
know
this.
until after it was over. What's impressed me is the ability to use technology. We haven't gotten as efficient as Hong Kong, but it's coming. You are seeing at a day and age where in an instant people are able to mob on a place. People are able to say what needs to be said and go and get going. You're seeing in an instant what our grandparents were able to do.
Yeah, it's because
like we have a house party app in which people can sit down on that house party app. You can organize with those 8 people to know what are we going to do in school, what are we going to do in local school boards, what are we going to do in city council.
They don't want you to
our grandparents used to have to
thing.
do that in the basement. Now you're able to do it over your phones and organize effectively and immediately. So I'm impressed by the level of organization I've seen.
I need some maps. I need to crank 90s.
16 years old, we'd have to literally meet for 30 days to plan something that you might strike that might be 3 hours or even 30 minutes. But you're constantly there. These kids are able to do it, and these young people and these organizers are able to do it in a
all
blink of
these
an eye.
people are doing are just petting my
like
pet.
Mayweather. Organizers are like Mayweather. They never not train, and I think that these are the people, again, that we should be looking to follow in these times.
Well, you dropped the mention of the House Party app. Mike, are you on House Party? You use it?
I just found out about it. I got the cool people in my life helped me to what's new. The 2 apps I'm most interested in right now are House Party and there's an app called Combos.
Oh, I don't got a good angle for you guys.
Back and forth with people, that's a lot cooler than sometimes Twitter where stuff gets lost in translation.
Oh, this
but,
is
I'm still on there tweeting with the angry moms and dads. Shouts out to the old folks.
I think about where activism was on this issue in particular when Ferguson happened, and looking at it now, and it's while there was definitely a lot of positives that came out of Ferguson, particularly the Black Lives Matter movement. Seeing the level and the difference is that clearly there was a lot of lessons learned there, and they've applied them now. So it definitely seems much more cohesive, and that's been impressive. What has impressed you about what you're seeing, especially from these young people who really have seemed to seize this moment?
What I've seen be most beautiful about this time is kids have the ability to adjust and move and be like water. They're truly plotting, planning, strategizing.
At least I'm not the only one
The skateboard kids came in.
I have my bird.
Usually you see in the 60s, black people look like me. We'd make public protests. We'd get our heads split open. Sympathetic whites and allies who believe in freedom, justice, and equality.
I was making this
now, not only are you
stream.
beating black people, you're dragging off white
Wait, so what skin are you? Are you the default?
A unified front.
Holy crap, I'm the elf skin. Where are you?
That tapestry is happening again. And it's happening in a bigger and better way.
I'll see.
I was talking about those skateboards.
Great, meet right beside. No, meet by the stage. Meet by the stage. Like on.
Most kids who skateboard, my kids
like
skateboard,
where the stage is, but go to the purple grass. This is me, yo. This is me. Squatting.
Literally come in and save protesters from beatings. And then they got really frisky and they started attacking back. And I was like, this is, although I don't want.
Well, I have to get back. My head's in the way.
Those kids deserve to grow to be adults without being soldiers against the state that their parents pay taxes to. It impressed me that the proletariat showed government
that
you work for us.
I can't hear you.
We are exercising our right to make public display of the evil that is happening.
What starts that?
Me proud that I live in a country that has long.
It already started.
Rarely given it to people who look like me, people who don't look like me defended.
You made an interesting note and observation about the skateboard.
It's going on right now. They're talking.
It's not just black people who are out here protesting.
No, it's not. It's a tapestry of people.
It's a tapestry of people.
The Amish The Amish.
Yeah. Wasn't that
I
crazy
didn't
to
even
see?
know the Amish saw the news.
I'm gonna go back up here with my
I
friends
was
that
thinking,
are.
who told them? Right?
Yeah.
I was
Oh
like,
no,
how did
where's my friend at?
right? So
God.
I was so impressed though.
Oh,
I
I'm
was so
looking for
glad.
him.
My
Oh, he's
heart
right
was
here.
filled with joy.
yeah, so you're
I
seeing
have him
all
as
these
a
different
friend.
types
I
of people
didn't
that
mean
you
to add
never
him,
thought
but
this issue would resonate with them. It kind of reminds me of your music. Your music is unapologetically pro-black, unapologetically,
Yeah,
right? But
absolutely.
yet, when you look at a Killer Mike fan, it's across multicultural section of
Yes.
people. Why do you think your music is able to resonate that way, despite the fact that you are also clearly talking to your people?
Yeah, I'm proud to be me. I like me. I like black people. I'm not making no excuses. I'm not making no apologies coming in the door. I love us. I am in love with us. And because I love me, it has nothing to do or affecting my love of others. I have a
you better
very
pet
good
my
friendship
pet.
with
You better
East
pet my
Indian
pet, or
cousins,
he's gonna
Raj and
about
Neil.
eat
They
you.
own the store right next to Walters on what's happening. So if you're from Atlanta, you know about Walters. If you're a big guy from Atlanta, you know about, the store right next door. These guys have always just been good to me. Raj went to India. He came back, brought my
Get
wife
out
here,
my
sends
way.
these
I can
beautiful
see you
little
in my
elephant
face.
characters. He's proud to be
Go.
Indian. I've
I'm talking to
learned
you,
about
sledge
being
guy.
Indian from my Indian friends. When you're truly who you are, how could you be offended? How could you not love it or like it? Like, man, I'm a part of the original people on Earth. I'm from the continent that birthed all
Back
humanity.
up.
I think when you wear that
Run.
proudly and unapologetically, and not from a place of needing
Captain
someone to be
America.
below you, there's no reason for
Run. I
people
will
not to like
Captain
you.
America you.
I like you. I got plenty. I got
Go.
plenty of
Move.
heroes that
Captain
don't look
America,
like me.
move.
There's a
Go.
portrait of John Brown
Go.
on
Move.
my wall in my
I'm not
basement.
scared of you. Go.
He's a hero. He
Move.
doesn't have to look like me. You know what I mean? I
Go.
refuse to
Keep
act
on
like people
going.
who look like
Keep
me
on
aren't
going
great.
until I push
I
you
didn't
up in
say
the
good.
water over
I
there.
didn't say good enough. I didn't say equal.
Hey,
I
Fade,
said
can I
great.
tell you something?
I'm from a
Go.
great and mighty
Push you
people.
off. Go.
And
Go.
if you can't accept that, then maybe I'm not for you. But I believe that because I am simply who I am, I believe that that gets accepted. Because you know what? I remember being on a tour bus, and I'm on there with a bunch of Northeasterners because of course, my rap partner's a white guy from Brooklyn. And
Not even
we're on
watching the
there, and
show
everybody's
anymore. I'm
talking, and
literally
everybody's
just
laughing. And I come up and staggering to the front, and I
request
look at it, and I
from
start smiling,
you.
and I look at the room and say, I got more in common with them
Do
than
you
any
have
of
other
y'all. And I just walk to
skins?
the back.
Question
Now,
mark.
because it's the truth. I'm a Southern boy. My grandparents from Alabama and rural Georgia. I grew up more like people on those shows. So I think across cultural lines and across racial lines, people identify with me, but just because I'm your typical American guy. And I have some special things. I'm not going to deny that I'm special. I was a smart kid, went to Morehouse, had an understanding of some cool stuff. I married a beautiful woman, that helps,
Midas, you better
But
back
I
up.
think that
Back up,
ultimately what
Midas.
resonates with people is
I
that
said back
I'm a
up.
regular guy.
No, you can't
One
pet
of my
him
best
back.
friends in the world is a white guy
Get
from
back.
Brooklyn. So I think that people
I'm
understand
gonna
that I
take
have
out
the
your
ability
knife out of
not
your
to look
backpack
past
and
your
I'm gonna
race or
stab you.
ethnicity, not to look past who you are culturally, but to look at it and love it and learn from it without wanting to co-opt it or be it.
What you're talking about
Now,
in a very succinct
you,
and,
Mr.
and
Christmas,
robust way is really
you're fun
allyship.
to play
And
with.
that's been a word that, yeah,
I
you have a lot of, it
have
sounds
you
like you have a
added.
lot of really great
And
allies
then
that are
default
in your
skin I
life.
also have
Now
him
in this
added.
moment,
I
I've
also have
gotten the
your
question
brother added.
constantly. I
It's
assume you
another
have
way of
too,
you.
about how to be an ally.
Okay, guys,
What do
I'm
I have to
talking
do?
with
Right. I've had so many conversations with white people, like really good friends of mine in the last 2 weeks where I'm, all right, guys, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but
But hold on.
hold on a second, relax. But nevertheless, that being said, is that what would you say to somebody who wants to not only be an ally but be a good ally?
You want to be a good ally in this moment. White corporation, white person with the means. That's a worthy allyship. On a ground level, if you're just working hard every week, you don't know what to do. You're an electrician. You're a plumber. Grab one young man who doesn't look like you, a young woman, and teach them that trade. That's allyship. Allyship isn't just throwing the money, but if you got the big money, put it towards somewhere. But on a very real and basic level, my son had an accident with a man named Keith. I bought my son a car. My son Malik, with a very pretty girl in the front seat, rear-ended this guy. Calls me. I pull up to Keith and the police officer. I say, if he'll allow me to handle this privately, I just don't want to call my insurance company because, I had just got in an accident, so I drive fast. My son, Keith, in good faith, gave me the opportunity to do that, and me and this man became friends. I'm literally friends with this white man who told me about Atlanta pre-white flight and desegregation, who's taught me about fatherhood.
Back up, Jules. Back up.
In your child's life.
Get away,
that
Captain.
Happen if we're not open for it to happen. So an allyship with white people doesn't have to be an organization to save the world.
I turn
but
around,
you do have to do what me and Keith did. You do have to, on blind faith, trust someone who doesn't look like you and allow that person to educate you. So an allyship is not just calling your black
you can sit
by
me if you want to.
It's going to black organizations that might be local and saying, what am I doing? It's calling your friend and saying, what's the next thing you're doing? And I want to be an extra set of hands. Doesn't mean you get to go to the black people meeting, but it does mean if they say, I'm going to feed people on Skid Row, you show up. And you show up with empathy and care, you do it. Let me tell you, we need doctors in that space. We need lawyers in that space. We need legislators in that space. We need the people who are really empowered to be in that space, because there's some things that need to happen on ground level that once the grassroots people have gotten it here, there needs to be money put behind these things. A lot of the problems that we have now that are erupting could have been solved in 96, 2006, 2016, and all these other years, but we chose not to because we trusted the right thing's going to happen. Right thing's not going to happen unless we make it. And after that, you have the potential to truly be brothers and sisters. You have the potential to be past the letting cultural, national, religious markers evict the fact that I know that I'm talking and I'm with a human being, and at our very core, past any physical difference, my job is to honor the soul of that other human being. So there's no need to have allies because I'm not at war. I truly have a brother and sister. There's no need to have an ally because there's no threat of war. I refuse to send any 18-year-old boy or girl off to die. And that has to be something that's much, much deeper than policy, much, much deeper than the human condition in the last 500 years. We have to get back to that. So that's my humble opinion. I don't know, where that takes white America, but I hope we stay standing up, fighting together.
Mike, we've been having this great conversation, and a lot of people watching, they probably want to know, because, again, these things happen in flashes where 1 minute we're talking about this, everybody's fired up, everybody's willing to do things, and then the next minute, the momentum dies. So how can the people who are watching now, how can they keep this conversation, this action, this momentum going?
Take this conversation, get 8 to 10 people around you, your neighbors and people who live within 10 square miles, and start to see what you can do to affect. And then connect with other people that may be in closer proximity, 30, 40, 50 miles,
Oh, we need
even
to do
another
that.
city or places that are doing it right, or that are doing it right in other places. Connect with those people. And just, if all of us do a little, no one has to do a lot. If all of us do a little, if all of us pick a little to do, no one will have to do a lot.
That's a word right there. If we all do a little bit, nobody has to do a lot. Nobody has to do a lot. Mike, I have enjoyed this conversation like I enjoy every conversation with you. I can certainly talk to you. Yes, it is mutual. The mutual respect and love society right here. Thank you, and more importantly, thank you for everything you do on the ground. There's so many people. I mean, I knew that you tell the truth the way it needs to be told, but a lot of people during this time of crisis have been exposed to you and understand that, I mean, you really are for the people. This is called We the People. This is you all day long. So thank you for all the work and all the inspiration, all the words, everything that you're adding to this conversation, and more importantly, to this action. With that said, we have to say goodbye, but we don't have to get out of here just yet, because I'm gonna toss this on to my brother, Van Jules, who can take it from here.
Hey yo, what's up? Hey yo, you fat toe. You smell
Jamel and I, we spent the past hour, we've been talking to Killer Mike, we've been talking to Elaine Welteroth. We also got a chance to see that amazing video from Lil Baby. Jamel, what did you get from your conversation with Killer Mike? And more importantly to me, what do you make of this moment that we're in?
The one thing you can always expect from Killer Mike is blunt honesty. I think that's why a lot of people look at him as a really credible voice right now. He's honest about what he knows and honest about what he doesn't know. So I think when you have those elements, that's going to always make for a pretty good conversation. I'm with you. I mean, this moment, at the same time is welcome. It's also a little bit
Sit by
surreal
me.
in terms of what took us so long to get here, to make sure that we're
I
not
said
always
sit by
starting
me.
from ground zero every time we have to have a significant
Right.
conversation about race in this country.
Why do you think it's different this time? Because I mean, there have been videos before, and yet people still now act like they're shocked. Help me understand what's different this time from your point of view. What's your theory?
It's two things that I think stood out about the George Floyd video. One, there was no yeah, but. And granted, in my mind, we've seen videos where there was no yeah, but people nevertheless invented a yeah, but. But in this one, there really wasn't one, even if you were Stretch Armstrong trying to stretch and find one, there just wasn't one. What always has just stuck with me is the look on this officer's face as he was kneeling on George Floyd's neck. It was so cold. It was as if this were Thursday. And he showed such little emotion, remorse, any emotion you want to name. He didn't show any of that as he killed a man in the middle of the street with bystanders looking on. So I think that situation, coupled with the fact we had already been reeling from Ahmaud Arbery, we had already been reeling from Breonna Taylor. And even though the situation wasn't fatal, there was definitely a storm of frustration at what happened with Christian Cooper. So this all together leads us to this moment where finally, even the most adamant naysayers who wanted to pretend as if this wasn't a structural problem, what could they say? I mean, there was nothing else that could be said, and I think everybody who was already fed up decided now is the moment, now is the time. The world has slowed down because of COVID-19. If we are going to address this, this needs to happen now.
I've never seen 20, 30 million white people asking black people for leadership. That's interesting because they start, well, what do you want me to do? I'm like, well, I don't know. Google is a powerful tool. I don't know. I'm realizing now, though, that this is an honest question. How do you think that we as African Americans and our allies can rise to meet a moment like this and actually accept the fact that we may actually have a couple million new allies? And how do we deal with that? That's new for us.
I'm glad you used the word leadership because there's a difference between us being put in a leadership position and us being put in an educational position. The educational part, we're long past, right? We don't want to be educating anybody else about race. We're not here to soothe you. We're not here to make you feel better. But leadership is something different. And it looks different depending on how you want us to take that leadership. Certainly, we are accustomed to being a voice on these issues. We're accustomed to setting the agenda. It's fine if we continue to lead in that direction. I think what we're looking for is if this were, a relay race, we want to pass the baton and we want you to be able to say, okay, here's what we've been feeling about this issue. Here's what needs to happen to change it. The other part of this race is that you got to be willing to run it just as hard and as fast as we are. Because if you're not, that's why we remain stuck in the flying pattern that we've been in for hundreds of years and decades as we've tried to reconcile this issue. So we have to figure out what is the most useful way of allyship. We see a lot of people throwing statements around. We see a lot of people throwing money around. We need that to be a focused effort, and more importantly, to be vocal about it. I can't I can't take any more double-sidedness. There can be no more other siderisms, if I may make up a word, meaning that you give over here and you're a company that is like, yeah, Black Lives Matter, except for in my boardroom where they don't, or except for in my organizational chart where they don't. So I'm done with that, right?
Dang, what happened to your mic right there?
Charity doesn't change structural racism, right? What changes it is when you actively look in your building and ask, why aren't there more Black people in this building, in this boardroom, in this C-suite? So the allies that we have, what you can do, change the structure and cultures of your companies, of your businesses, of wherever it is you have influence. Start there.
The thing I try to tell people is, it puts us in a no-win situation. I want our white sisters and brothers to be better educated and to care more, but I don't want to have to bear the burden of trying to teach and educate all the time. The reason you pay tuition is because it's costly to educate someone. You coming up to me and saying, educate me, that's costly to me emotionally and from a time point of view. Also, I think we have to be very honest. Nobody would go up to somebody and say, teach me Russian, in 5 minutes. And by the way, make me feel good about it. But I mean, you like, hold on a second. Like, you want me to teach you about racism, which is the history of race in America is just as complicated as Russian. And you want me to teach you that in 5 minutes. And also, if I make you feel bad about it in any way, now I got to be your therapist too. And like you said, soothe you or whatever. That's got to stop. I would love for somebody to come to me and say, I made my whole family watch the 13th and read The New Jim Crow and read White Fragility, and we had a question on page 52. Now, hey, we can have that conversation all day long because you're doing your homework, but don't flop on me like you never heard of Google. If you wanted to know about cryptocurrencies or whatever, you find that stuff out before any black person ever heard of it. So I'm sure you can educate yourself about anything you want to know. I have to say something to you because I've never gotten a chance to talk to you. I feel like I know you because I'm such a big, mad, crazy Stannis fan. But I love you to death. I just am so proud of you. I'm saying proud of you almost as Patrick. I am so proud that you exist. Where do you find the strength to continue to do what you're doing and say what you're saying, even in the face of opposition?
I'm gonna join them.
Listen, where did you find the strength when they weren't listening?
I guess maybe this is just part of the black woman's condition, is that we don't know any other way. And
hey, Mass, I'm making a stream on the We the People.
Where it's the old phrase we've all used as black people, making a way out of no way.
I was up all night, yo. Haven't slept
scream
once
until
yet.
they hear you. You know what I'm saying? Is that because the opposite.
So if you guys want to get in
the opposite of that is what?
You'll just have to add
I can't even afford to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know any other mode to fight for what's right, but to try to stand on the right side of history, but to speak for people.
I'm gonna go try to get people on the clan. Don't you think it's a little too early because everybody's not good right now?
What advice do you have?
Yeah, I'll be back there. I need to go wash
one
my
have these conversations, maybe not as well spoken, not as well read as you might be, but who really are
so
sincere.
we have a clan with admin or mass demons.
And being real about
it's called Sweaty
what some of your
Clan.
beliefs, prejudice, biases are.
He made it. I don't know why. I was gonna call it.
I think if you take anything else beyond race, as we get older, we do a whole lot of unlearning. Young folks,
I used to wear Spark
like your 30s, you do a
he
whole
wears
lot of that, right?
And then
but
the
my
other
advice is
dude
to always
wears
start from
soccer,
a point of
but
truth
he's
and
not in
honesty
the
and
party.
self-awareness. And you'd be surprised what you can get accomplished just by
and then you can come up to us, invite
things.
us.
I mean, if you know you come from a racist background, or if you come from where
get you in the clan,
race
you
was
have to
talking
be
about a certain way, be honest about what those conversations were and what they taught you.
The
and
soccer
ask yourself,
skin and the red
kind of
knight
person
2
that you really
times.
want to be?
Yeah, I feel like there's a 21st century mindset and a 21st century skill set that, everybody's going to need a mindset of empathy. I mean, we're going to be dealing with people, every color, flavor, every kind of human being ever born. We all have to deal with each other now.
Hello?
Because of the internet, because of just the world economy. You're going to be competing against people in China and Nigeria. That's just the world. So you have to have a mindset of empathy to really try to understand where people are coming from. You have to have a skill set of listening. If you understand this conversation, you can talk to black folk and brown folk and Muslims, everybody else. So we're trying to convert a benefit to you.
Fortnite?
We're trying to make you better.
He's still sleeping right now.
Better, but it'll make your life better too.
I told my stream if they want to get in the clan, just add me or you or Drake.
Well,
his name's D-Pit, and then what else?
Right? The lack of skilled black journalists in most newsrooms is pretty appalling. What changed my life and what got me really on the right path in this business was being a member of the National Association of Black Journalists. NABJ is the largest minority journalist organization in the country. The development, the networking, job fair, internships, scholarships, what happens there has changed lives. It changed a lot of people's careers. I mean, people like you, and everybody who think of Roland Martin, Soledad O'Brien. It's just a number of people. Michael Wilbon that are part of this organization and have been able to build legacies there. So it's on us to again usher in this next generation of young journalists who, I get it right now, feeling really discouraged when they look at not just what a lot of newsrooms look like, a lot of networks
because I'm in it,
but also we're under under the shadow of a pandemic right now. So there's a lot of journalists who have lost their jobs. A lot of companies are downsizing. they need a reason to believe and to be in this business. And so NABJ has done so much for my career and continues to do that for others. So that's the charity that I support and the organization that has changed my life and that of many others.
Well, listen, I second that, third that, and fourth that. NABJ is a beautiful organization. I've got groups I want to support as well. But what I want to say to you is just thank you, thank you, thank you for your light, for your leadership, for your courage, for your entrepreneurship, for your T-shirts and all that type of stuff. Make sure to support the sisters' businesses, and let's keep this conversation going. Much love to you.
Thank you, Van. This is a pleasure.
I got good news for you. I got bad news for you. The good news is that people are activating all around the world, all across the planet for change. That is a powerful moment. Here's the bad news. Unfortunately, this is not a one answer fixes everything situation. We're talking about systemic problems, which means it's not just one law or one person. You need 360 degrees of change to shift to get the outcome that's right. But we can get there if we keep talking, if we keep working, if we keep building. And if we do that, we can reshape America. That can be done. It's been done in the past. We can move the whole world in a better direction. So I hope that your cell phone right now is full of screenshots of these tools that we've been trying to give you to continue taking action from this virtual town hall. When this stream ends, the conversation should not end. We got to keep pushing. We got to keep going. Right now? We are in an important moment in history. And what you do is going to determine the outcome. 2020 is going to be talked about for 20 years, 100 years, maybe 1,000 years. But the future's not written. It's up to what you and I do and what you and I decide is going to happen. So I want to give a special thanks to the powerful voices that we've had. Elaine Welteroth.
We're going to do tryouts?
That's what wait, what?
We're doing tryouts?
No, look at Party Royale.
Party Royale? Okay. I already watched half of it. It's kind of boring, but I guess it's okay, bro.
I guess I'll watch it for a little bit and I'll probably
Little Baby was at the beginning, but I didn't get to see them. I didn't get to see. Okay, let's go. Mark big screen. Nobody's at the big screen, how come? Bro, behind you, go to the big screen. I'm coming. Don't worry about me.
A big screen behind me?
Yeah. Dog, see? Look on the map. I marked it so I know where to go. You're taking the long way. I'm taking the fast way. Oh, that's still really fast, but it's
chicken nuggets still not
on. We know we love our chicken nuggets.
Yeah, chicken nugget yesterday?
I did. I had 3 chicken nuggets, and I put them in my mouth.
The player chicken nugget?
Oh yeah.
McNugget?
Oh yeah. No, wait, bro.
Why is it?
Do you know what? Do you know why it's not doing it? You missed it. You missed it, bro.
Oh well, I can still stare at a screen.
Yeah, same. Looks pretty cool.
I thought that was you for a second. I thought you were the default.
What'd you just say to me? Bro, me and the Smiter skin just did the emote at the same time.
What?
Me and the Midas skin just did the emote at the same time. What? I need to... I can't move. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, so you wanna go now? You wanna go look out for clan tryouts? Nah, but never mind. It's kind of early, dog. Don't you think everybody's not gonna be good at this time?
There's like no sound.
Yeah, you can't hear it. Bro, let's go. There's gonna be should we do clan trials? But bro, everybody's gonna not be that good right now. Should we warm up in creative before we get in a real match?
Sure.
Okay.
I was in creative for a couple hours, but sure.
Well, I just got on.
I was on creative for like the whole night.
So
I'm cracked right now.
Can I be Bullseye? Cause I feel like Bullseye's kind of a sweat skin, no?
It is.
Let me find just a good combo for her. Oh, I have a no. Let's just do this. Do you know what I made your nickname?
What?
Smelly.
Cool. Well, I made your nickname?
Dumbo Fumbo.
Annoying ass kid. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Do you know what I name?
What?
Your girlfriend.
What?
Your girlfriend.
I don't have a girlfriend. What you talking about, bro?
Bro, you did something last night.
That's Drake. Drake said he was just kidding. Me and Drake said we were just kidding last
You
night.
were just kidding, because that would be really weird and disgusting.
How is it disgusting having... Never mind.
Yeah,
Hurry
never
up.
mind, I'm streaming right now. Okay, dog. What are you gonna play? Can we play like a death run or like a horror house or like
I had a death run.
What is it?
It's box fights.
I hate you. I don't like box fights.
I'm
so
kidding. I'm tired right now.
There's no.
Been up all night.
Yeah, that's why you need to sleep, because you're gonna sleep this morning, wake up at night, be like, oh my gosh, I didn't get to play Fortnite.
I'm starving too. I haven't ate for like a long time.
Same, also.
I didn't think I ate dinner.
I haven't ate anything. Oh, bro, I am bad at the default.
Probably why I'm so goddamn skinny, because I don't even eat anything.
Same, I'm also kind of skinny. Well, I am skinny because
I'm a tongue dish. I'm kidding.
Do you know, I reached to level 99 and I couldn't pass it. It was stupid. Are you stuck on starting game?
Are you dookie? Yo, search the llamas. Open the llamas.
No, I don't know. Nope, it's not a race, just so you know. So if you're trying to make it a race, just know it's not.
Go back there. Go back there and do it all over again.
No, dog, you're trying to pickaxe me.
No, go back there and do it all over again.
Ah! I was trying to, sack it. Oh, I got scared. I literally got scared and walked forward.
No. No. I haven't died once.
Awesome for you.
I'm gonna die right here, I know I am. I jinxed it! I jinxed it!
No, I didn't jump.
That one was easy, I first tried it.
No, you didn't.
No!
No, but it wouldn't let me jump because I kept on jumping and my fingers hurt too. Because since I play so much, my hands get really sweaty. And then they hurt. Let's go.
I'm already like done.
Did you not see me just fall?
I'm already on level 45.
No, you are not. You're not even on level 15.
I'll literally send you a text.
You don't know my phone number.
No!
I can't jump right there.
Screenshot. PlayStation texting.
Okay, guys, I think we're gonna end the stream here, so yeah. Bye.